All right, everyone, welcome back to the Land of Chem. I am your host and the author. My name is Jeffrey Drum. Thank you all so much for joining me again. All right, everyone, welcome back. Today, we will be exploring a series of structures whose components, mechanisms of operation, and potential product are identical to their counterparts across the UK and Ireland, like Newgrange. This is Sunday Site Visit 83, Passage Chamber Reactor Mounds from Ancient Japan. If this is the type of content you're interested in regarding the ancient technology of a lost civilization utilizing physics and chemistry, and the function of the Egyptian pyramids and other ancient structures from across the world, this is the channel for you. So please subscribe to the Land of Chem here on YouTube, and don't forget to click that little notification bell so that you do not miss the new episodes that premiere twice per week. Please like, comment, share, and stay tuned if you want to help support this channel and get access to exclusive research and unreleased footage that you will not see anywhere else. Check out the members only channel and thelandofchem.com if you want to pick up a copy of the book or grab some merch. Today I'm rocking Ancient Odysseys, my wife Alexa's channel, link in the video description below. If you want to follow me on X or Instagram, my handle is @thelandofchem. Also, don't forget, after you finish watching this video, please go subscribe to Let's Go with Lex and G so you don't miss out on the rest of the amazing content from our Japan adventure. Link in the video description below. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you all so much for the support. I think that is it for today's intro. So without further ado, let's get right to it.
All right, a bit of a covert operation here. I can see the target. As you can see, we've kind of gone off a trail here. All right, let me go first. Hey, careful.
I'm fine.
All right.
It's a beautiful caterpillar.
Okay. Holy shit.
Wait, you need a light?
Yeah, do you have your phone? Oh! Yeah, so do not step in there. And that could be super deep. Holy shit. So as you can see here, this is a huge, this thing is described as a dolmen, but it's, hey, careful, I told you.
Sorry. It's fine.
You okay?
Yeah. You.
Yeah. We got water in the car. Let me see your phone.
Stinks. Okay.
Yeah, this whole thing is like some serious muck here.
Hold on. I'm getting the light first.
Alright, this whole thing is filled with, but this is definitely a passage chamber.
Here, Rick. Oh, it's all mud on the bottom.
Yeah, no, this thing is completely filled with very deep mud after mud. Let's see. So you can see the inside of the chamber here. I mean, these are huge pieces of stone.
Pure mud. Oh.
Yeah, pure mud floor in here.
We'll get some video on the phone as well.
These are crazy looking.
Oh, what's the roof like?
Roof.
It's all granite, I think.
Yeah, huge pieces of granite. This one's a huge piece of granite above us. You can see the sides there. I don't want to sink into this, but there you go. You can kind of see the roof, the sides.
How many on the roof?
Looks like 1, 2, 3 huge pieces. Not much we can do on the inside here, but we're going to go see if we can explore the top so you can see the top of the structure. Okay.
Hey, let's get some video on the phone.
Okay. So huge. I mean, this piece of rock here is massive. This is not a tourist site. This is in somebody's backyard. And this is the top of the chamber here. Cool. And the back of the chamber here, you can see Lex down in there. Huge pieces of granite. Yeah, the whole chamber is completely filled with, like Lex stuck her foot, is probably like a foot deep of mud. All right, careful, careful, careful. Go on the inside, on the inside, on the inside. Step on the ground, babe, to the right. Babe, step on the ground to the right. It's solid. There, okay. All right. Jeez. Women. All right, come on. Now stay on the inside. Yeah, okay. Watch out. There. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Thank you. My hero.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh, I'm glad you won.
That was cool. Yeah.
Little oak tree?
All right, yeah, this is the mound here. All right, let's go before it's starting to pour again.
We're still moving. You can see the tree.
Here's the car here,
Gate here.
and
Look at the crane.
yeah, not a tourist location. Well, we found this on the map and couldn't pass up an opportunity to get inside of one of these things. This is a little preview. So there's passage chamber mounds here. That is essentially the exact same as what we saw like Newgrange. It's a huge, huge mound. Hold on. Okay, it's a huge, huge mound with a stone chamber on the inside. All right, so we're gonna get out of Dodge and all right, we gotta clean Lex's foot off.
I fell in the mud.
Covered in shite. So never a dull moment.
It's part of the exploration.
Yeah, part of the process. I'm gonna cross back over here. I'm not gonna put my friend's license plate on a car, but okay. Pretty beautiful rainy day Japanese scenery there in the back. My lovely wife Alexa.
That was fun.
Yeah. All right. So this next one, you just saw the covert operation to investigate passage chamber structure number 1. And again, we're basically here in someone's backyard again, looking at the circular tiered structure that you can see here in the distance. It looks very much like Merlin's Mound. And this is another sort of passage chamber Kofun structure. And we were just discussing the configuration of that passage chamber. You want to get under the umbrella so you don't get your stuff soaked?
No. Thank you.
All right. That chamber that you just saw had the perfect configuration with the water delivery channel. That channel filled with mud.
See those two?
More mounds?
The more mound, do you see that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I see
this
it
one
in the
covered
distance.
here, yeah.
Yeah, I think we can see that up there. It's crazy, this area.
Oh my! Oh, and over there too.
So this is very much like the UK, where you can't take 2 steps without finding a mound. Oh, check this out. Holy shit. All right, and there's a little display placard over here. I kind of want to walk to the top of it.
It looks like there's a little trail.
Yeah, I think it is accessible.
Oh, there's a sign.
Yeah. And I think we can walk to the top. You see that trail going up to the top?
Okay,
Let's do it.
try that.
All right. So as I was saying, that the previous structure had the ideal configuration with the channel leading into the passage chamber for basically exactly what I've described with Newgrange, Doth, and the passage chamber structures of Ireland to deliver water toward the reaction chamber for the circulation of moist airflow and the oxidation of iron disulfide or pyrite to create, well, pyrite or marcasite, also both iron disulfide, for the production of ferrous sulphate. And again, they describe these things as burial mounds, but I don't necessarily believe that to be the case. You can see the configuration of the structure here. And Tara, can you see if it says anything about there being, so because you know, you see these here, we hold the umbrella. All right, so you see these passages.
Yeah.
Is there a central chamber on the inside, or is this just a mound that has these passages?
Okay, let me read it.
Yeah. So Tara's gonna decipher the Japanese display sign here. Let's see, keyhole shaped, scallop shaped burial mound. It says end of the 4th century. All sorts of artifacts were excavated, but no, it doesn't say anything about a burial. It says artifacts were excavated from here, but it doesn't say anything about
Like these ones.
it says birds, jars,
Yeah, these ones.
a person holding a shield, like this artifact here. And then that's again what they use for the dating of these things. But I don't think that's the case, nor do I think this is a burial mound.
It doesn't say they have like a central
A chamber.
here.
Okay.
Let me
They
see-
also
let me-
probably
let me-
haven't excavated any further, but we're gonna. There's like a little
let me
path.
read this right side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's some steps here. And you can see that this is a, I mean, for lack of a better term, it's a stepped pyramid. It's circular shaped, but it's definitely stepped. And if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking out Sunday Site Visit 33 from our visit to Merlin's Mound that had the spiral walkway leading up to the top of this dome mound structure. And this is, you know,
So this one pretty much showing the north south.
the same alignments, okay?
The how do you say? This part is north.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
circle part is south.
south. Okay, so that's what I was wondering about, the alignment of the keyhole. So these kofun are keyhole shaped
You know,
structures.
but some like this are aligned on a direction, but not all of them.
Okay.
So if you see from the Google map, it's kind of like shapes, you know,
Okay.
positions all over the place.
But the configuration of this little mound reminds me very much of Merlin's Mound.
For sure.
Oh, there's all sorts of little frogs.
Yeah, be careful of snakes.
Yeah, so we've seen some snakes on this trip, probably more than we wanted
Working in
to.
Egypt.
Yeah, more snakes here in Japan than we've seen in Egypt. But again, they all pretty much mind their own business. Maybe we shouldn't be at the top of this thing during this thunderstorm. Maybe not a good idea.
You mean like now?
Yeah, like right now.
I wanted to see lightning.
All right, again, this thing has a super flat top. Really cool.
Nice view.
This
All right.
is like Silbury Hill too.
Yeah, Silbury Hill, Merlin's Mound.
Yeah.
There are so many similarities between what is here in Japan and what we were investigating in the UK. It's crazy.
Crazy.
Teru has also been to the UK to investigate all of those structures in preparation for this expedition across Japan, because he knew he's seen my work, but wanted to see it for himself before we commenced this amazing expedition, a month-long expedition across Japan.
Look at those two. You see that? Two pyramids? Like look like.
Oh yeah, there's some more over here. These kofun are these huge mounds here in the distance, which are these burial structures. We'll be getting into a whole lot more about the kofun here in the next several days, and for you over the next couple Sunday site visits.
This must be man-made, right? Am I too naive that even ask this question?
What, this mound?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. It's a kofun. It's a passage chamber. So they built these things up in levels.
I mean, I know it's a coffin, but actually being on top of it,
It's pretty
seeing the
pretty
clear
crazy.
shape,
Yeah.
it is a huge structure. It's a huge
Yeah, again, the way the walkway, I bet if you were to follow this thing around, it would take you all the way in a circular pattern down to the bottom.
And the Silbury Hill,
Yeah.
they have the same design too, no?
Correct,
In
yeah.
modern days to go up, you know?
Yes.
You can go all the way up, but actually they have this kind of, you know,
A spiral pathway
path
leading up to the top, yeah.
Merlin's Mound has a cistern on top.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to come up here to see if there was, so at the top of Merlin's Mound, there's a huge depression in the top of the mound, which was later used for a cistern. But I wanted to see if there was a similar configuration up here. It's kind of hard to tell. It does feel like there's a dip here, but it's certainly not as significant as what we see at Merlin's Mound. At Merlin's Mound, it's a huge, like, bowl basin at the top. This feels like it sinks down a little bit, but maybe not. Well, isn't that another one right there?
Yeah, that's the Hashi.
So that is a Kofun.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is
so
the
this
one
is
that-
another one here. Another one of these Kofun structures.
Yeah. That one name is Hashizuka Kofun.
And
Hashizuka Kofun is believed to be one of the oldest Kofun from the 3rd century.
and looking.
Some myths think that the female shaman Himiko, who is a very, one of the key person in Japanese ancient history, who put 4 ancient Japan tribes together as a single nation. She was the first one to put, ancient Japan. It wasn't called Japan back then, but back then there were like lots of small tribes living in this area and possibly more west. And she was the first leader to put everyone together. But mysteriously, she was kind of wiped off the official history of Japan.
Replaced by a man?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to walk down, and I'll show you again on the diagram kind of the configuration of this structure.
Is that a plane?
Yeah, I saw that in the distance. There's a white
Landing to the Osaka airport.
a white light there in the distance, and it looked like it wasn't moving there for a second. So we were sitting at after dinner the other night, and Lex and Teru both saw a green fireball that I missed.
That was pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
I've never seen that before.
So all sorts of crazy shit going on.
It's right behind the pagoda.
Yeah. Near the Kiyomizu temple.
All right.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
So those fireballs are sort of set to fall in that, like, near the water stream or some kind of certain condition, right?
So here, this area
Yeah.
is okay, so this is why they're referred to as keyhole. This general shape kind of resembling a keyhole. We just walked up, so from here we walked up to the top of this thing, and then looking down in this direction is this flattened area here. And it certainly looks like, so these could have been, like this part here is at ground level. So this could have been a water channel around here, a reservoir surrounding the lower part. And if these passages came in from the outside, it could have been bringing water in through here, where it hasn't been confirmed if there's an inner chamber. So I'm guessing, Teru, is it correct to say that these are the areas that they've excavated, like this little area here, this area, these are the excavation sites?
Excavation, or where they found, excavated, excavation.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so there's
and
these
there are
little,
some cavities as well.
yeah. So one of the things about the ancient structures of Japan, the archaeological community here is pretty hesitant to excavate into these ancient sites. And they have respect and admiration for these ancient monuments, but also there are some limitations of the excavations here. For example, most of the Kofun, I think only 2 have been fully excavated,
and there's thousands of coffin.
More than two.
Yeah.
A lot of them, many coffins are believed to be the tombs, right? And especially those are of the emperors that instantly become off limits.
Right, and I think it was the two that were confirmed that they said two had been confirmed as burials of emperors.
Yeah, and they're
totally off limits. So that's not two excavated, but two officially confirmed as being burials. So pretty cool site. We're gonna step back here so I can get another cool shot, so you can see the tiers of the structure. Again, it's very much circular step pyramid shaped, reminiscent of Merlin's Mound. Highly recommend checking that out. It's one of my favorite site visits. Sunday site visit 33. And I wouldn't say that this site is off limits like the other one, but
a lot of mosquitoes.
Yeah, a lot of mosquitoes. And certainly off the beaten trail. It doesn't look like there's a lot of people that come out here. So here you can see better the stretched part here and the circular part of the structure of spiraling up to the top. That's my wife Alexa. Ancient Odysseys. All right, so this is a cool introduction to the next series of structures that we'll be investigating here in Japan, which are the passage chamber mounds and the kofun. Whole lot more on this coming up soon. All right, we're on to the next stop. Our expedition to explore these passage chamber pyramid mound structures. This is it here.
Oh, look at the little frog.
Frog right there.
Oh, wow. Cygnus.
Here we go. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
And you can see here, chamber inside of the mound.
From here, it looks like the mound, the sand mound.
Oh yeah, the ones that we saw at the shrine.
Yeah. This looks like that, from here.
So now we're gonna walk around this way.
Pretty awesome view. And we're going to see if we can get a look at the entrance or opening to this structure. Again, it would be very easy for me to just step right over this fence, but there's other people around at the moment. So for now, we'll just say that this one is inaccessible. Again, looking exactly like what you'd find in the UK.
Did you see that one?
This here?
No.
Yeah, there's another one.
You see, view, look at the view from the top.
Yeah.
Have a look.
Oh yeah, yeah. So this whole area seems to be covered with these structures.
Yeah.
It would be super easy to, I was talking about maybe just going around a fence around here, but there's other people around. But no, I haven't seen, the entrance has either been covered back up or I'm not sure what they've done with it, but you can't see the entrance anymore. And the last one for today's expedition, actually right in front of us here. Right in the middle of a local neighborhood. Hello. Oh. Yeah. These appear to actually be worked blocks of granite, you know, made into regular square shapes.
Looks kind of neat, no?
Really beautiful granite.
Yeah.
And the ceiling is one piece. That is a huge piece of granite. I wonder if those are, well, they seem to be intentional. They're in the same place on each side.
This one?
Yep,
I think, yeah.
yep. They're in the same place on the other
So
side.
these were eight cornered. You see? Not four, but.
Yeah, that appears to be intentional, these little joints. Yeah. Here. Here. Same thing on the other side, here. Here. And here. Pretty awesome acoustics in here. So now, this one you can actually walk to the top. There's a little pathway. So we're gonna go check out the top here. All huge, just immense pieces of granite. And remember, this one on the top, this is one piece. Here, one piece of, one huge, were you shot on?
Yep.
There we go, perfect. Thank you. One huge piece.
Almost like saying pillar.
Pretty crazy, especially you just turn a corner and it's right there up this little stairway. You know, impossible to tell what the exterior configuration would have been. Let's see if we can see from the top here. There's a little pathway up to the top of the mound here. I was hoping we'd be able to see a piece of the top slab of granite, but it's covered. All right. So that concludes today's adventure. Investigating these passage chamber pyramid mound structures here in Nara. Pretty cool. All right. Next location. Which is exactly like the one we saw yesterday. The one yesterday was buried in some guy's backyard. This one here being a public tour site. And I also noticed here in the background, there's another big mound over here that looks very much like Merlin's mound. So I'll show you the back of this thing. Oh, okay, we can walk around the front from here. Yeah, this mound looks just like Merlin's mound here in the distance. All right, check this out. More huge pieces of granite. And we're gonna take a walk around so we can see the inside. So this is the exact same as what we saw yesterday, but you know, that one was buried in some dude's backyard. And look at this mound over here. See the mound behind these trees?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. The size and everything, it's very similar.
Yeah, very similar.
Structure.
All of these are huge pieces of granite, and it sounds like you can go on the inside of this thing. So here around the structure, there's an earthwork enclosure here. And we'll walk down this path here. Oh, look at this. A little channel leading right down the center. Yep. See this channel? And this is just a much larger version of what we saw yesterday. With the water channel here. Massive piece of granite on the top. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it's huge.
And look at this. This is an interesting configuration where the water channel leads into the structure and around the central platform here. So the channel goes in from here, bringing water directly into the central chamber. Look at these.
桃原に宝物書いてくるんです。で、ここ桃原と言います。大技名は島の章。で、その島の章の一部が桃原という小技名、ここついてるんですね。で、その島の章の中に400メートルと250メートルにわたって蘇我馬子さんの邸宅があったんです。
These here on the top are as big as anything I've seen in Egypt. I mean, you saw the size of the stone from the top. I mean, these are huge pieces of granite. Some oxidation standing here. This area here is all oxidized.
75歳か6歳ぐらいでソワイマークさん邸宅で亡くなりました。で亡くなった後ですね、 一番下の弟、坂出のマリセという人が、お兄さんのお墓を2年半かかって、ここのお墓を作ったんです。
形がそのまんま、その当時。
はい、その当時のまんま。
地震でも何でも耐えるんだ。
で、これ、むき出しになってるでしょ。
Passage chamber structures are chemical reaction chambers.
どうしてむき出しになってるかご存知ですか？蘇我氏は悪者だったでしょ。だからお墓までも暴かれたと皆さんおっしゃるんです。だけどそうじゃなくて本当の話はね、室町の後期。
This is the first one that I've seen with the channel that comes all the way in, filling the internal chamber with water, which is cool.
でそれを崩して
農地にしようって。
はい、堀を埋めて農地にしたんですね。で今堀きれいですけども、当時はただのくぼ地だったわけで、それを埋めて平らにすれば田んぼになるでしょ。だから土を埋めたわけですね。そうしたらこんなものが出てきたわけ。
やっぱり初めはこう。
そうです。上も四角、下も四角。
Remember how big these are from the inside, so when we go back on the outside, you can see how huge these things are. Pretty crazy.
バランス取ってるし、石ですごいね。ずっと変えて。
これ天井石
Yep, yep. And another interesting feature
That's just like a
is
one edge.
inside of that chamber. Look at what they found. So I hear them saying that this is a replica of what was found inside of the chamber. And again, you can see how they've reproduced this channel, the water channel going around. Yeah, this thing looks to be made of concrete. Granite, I would think. Pretty shallow container here. It's not very deep, maybe 2 feet deep at the most. I mean, it doesn't go anywhere near. It's about here. Again, this is just a replica, not the original one, but we have all the features here, all the components of a nice little functional chemical reactor. The exterior reservoir, the interior water channel. So you have to envision that, let's say the water level came up to here in the reservoir. It could feed into that channel, because that channel was coming from below this little area here. Feed water into that channel, which runs water into the chemical reactor. And those pieces of granite are just huge boulders. It's crazy that we saw the same thing in some guy's backyard yesterday. It's really wild. Yeah, it was really cool.
I wonder what the orientation was.
I have a compass.
And there's several other structures of interest in the vicinity here that we'll be investigating today. Here's a little diagram.
Wow. This was
Yeah.
what it looked like.
Nice little pyramid shape there.
So how do you pronounce this so I don't butcher it?
Ishibutai Kofun.
Ishibutai. Ishibutai.
Yeah. Ishi means stone, right? Butai means a platform or stage.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a stone platform or stone stage.
So let's go walk over here again so you can get a view of the reaction chamber from this vantage point. And I also want to investigate again the position of this reservoir, the height of the reservoir here, and the little channel. Yeah, so if the water level was up to here, it would definitely effectively feed water into here, through the channel. Cool. But look at this. Yeah, you can see the channel coming out from underneath this stone here. Feeding water into here. And if the water filled up to this level here, it would definitely push water into the channel. Look at these. Huge. It's pretty crazy. And we were asking the curator here a few questions about the container that was found on the inside. So that replica is their speculation to what was originally inside of this structure, as they've found similar containers inside other, they call these tumulus. I prefer the term passage chambers. They found similar containers inside of other passage chamber structures here in Japan, and they did find some fragments of a container similar to this inside of the chamber. The container is made of tuff, which is a volcanic ash stone. And we asked if they ever found a body inside of any of them. They said no, with the same story that we hear in Egypt. Oh, well, it was you know, tomb raiders in the past, or other people may have come and lived in here and they broke the thing up and they moved the body out. And so basically the same rhetoric that we hear in Egypt regarding the pharaonic burial theory and the explanation as to why they've never found a body in any of these things. So I would say that the burial hypothesis is speculative at best, and I see more evidence of a functional structure, because again, why would you want a water channel feeding into your burial chamber? That doesn't necessarily make sense, but it certainly does from the perspective of a chemical reaction chamber. Again, my initial interpretation of these things is the same chemical that was being produced in the passage chamber structures of the UK and Ireland, ferrous sulphate.
All right, everyone, that is it for today's video. This was Sunday Site Visit 83, Passage Chamber Reactor Mounds of Ancient Japan, Part 1. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and in the next episode in the series, we will continue our investigation of these mysterious chemical manufacturing systems in Part 2. If this is the type of content you're interested in regarding the ancient technology of a lost civilization utilizing physics and chemistry, and the function of the Egyptian pyramids and other ancient structures from across the world, please subscribe to the Land of Chem here on YouTube, like, comment, and stay tuned. If you want to help support the channel, Land of Chem members only channel and thelandofchem.com, link in the video description below. Also check out my wife Alexa's channel, Ancient Odysseys, also linked in the video description below. If you want to follow me on Instagram or X, my handle is @thelandofchem. Also don't forget, after you finish watching this video, please go subscribe to Let's Go with Lex and G so you don't miss out on the rest of the spectacular content from our Japan adventure.
Link in the video description below. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you all so much for the support. I think that is it for today's episode. So I will see you next time. Yo, are you still watching this? Please subscribe to the Land of Chem here on YouTube and click that little notification button. New videos coming out every single week. And check out this other episode. Come on, do it. Do it now.